everybody.
Good morning.
Got my best buddy here today. All right, so we're back on this 41. We brought it back. He had to come over and help us push it.
Yeah, that's
So
you.
he's a pusher. He's a pusher.
I got the weight to push
You
it.
got guys that buy and you got pushers. He's a pusher.
Whatever.
Anyway, so let me turn this around. We got the 41 back in here. A couple of things we need to do is we're gonna scale it real quick so we know what we're doing when we plug all the stuff into the computer, because it's gonna ask all that stuff. And Matt's on his way over here. I gotta show these rotors. They gotta be flipped. It looks like they're left and right are on the wrong way. So if you see the front ones,
They're directional.
see the front ones the way they're pointing, that's the way they're supposed to be.
So it's got directional tires and directional.
Directional tires
Are
are
the tires directional
tires are right
too,
there. The front ones might have got flipped around.
So it only stops forward? It's directional?
This way, if you get stuck in the snow, it'll go the right way. See the flames? See the way the flames are? Like that? Yeah, like that. Or else you
So there's
burn,
no
or else
reverse
you
in
burn,
this
you
car?
burn the snow the wrong way.
Yeah, there you go.
So there's no reverse in this car?
No.
No reverse, all
All
forward
right.
gears.
So we're gonna set this all up, and I'll get back to you and show you how much it weighs.
So we got it on the scale. So everybody take a guess.
Take a guess. Take a guess.
Yeah.
I'll give. Let's see.
What do you think, John?
Come on.
We'll send a VXM sticker to whoever guesses it. How's that?
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how we're gonna get that though. You gotta, because then you're gonna watch the video.
How much
All right, so we won't show them yet till the next video.
We'll do it in the before the next video.
You got
comes
the
out.
picture though, right? All right. So you got the picture. How much do you guys think it weighs?
Crap. It's
Can I play?
Yeah.
I probably know.
Alright.
Steve's gonna put his number in there.
Alright, so we got the numbers we need for the measurement. Let's get it off the lift, and then we got a bunch of other stuff we gotta do to it. Alright, so try to guess what it weighs. So it's got a small block Chevy in it.
Right.
Aluminum heads. You pretty much
Turbo.
seen the car. It's a tank, so you tell me what you
We might have cheated. We put a couple £100 in the back. We put some lead weight now.
Yeah. Alright?
You guys want to guess what it is with me in it or me out of it?
Nope, without. Just like that.
Just the way it said, bear.
The car. Alright? Okay, so we got the wheel off. We're gonna flip this rotor to the other side. We're gonna bleed the brakes while we got it off. We're gonna check this rod. He's checking to see if he's got a longer one or how long this rod end is, so we can swap the rear over a little bit. And then we gotta take these two bars out. So we're gonna measure this one more time, but it looks like we're gonna take these two upper bars out and cut them a little bit and make them a little shorter, because there's nowhere to make them a little shorter, make these a little longer. This way we don't change the length of the dry shaft. That's the only concern right now.
Let's see if you can see it here. So we are taking the drive shaft off.
That's how far the dry shaft goes out.
Where?
Right there, that's it. That's how much it goes in. So the dry shaft only goes in that far. That's it.
Is that gonna be enough? No, not really.
So now we need to lengthen. We're gonna need to cut this, but we also need to lengthen these to keep that around the same area. I could go a little bit, but you need that play in the dry shaft. So I'm gonna take these bars out, take the two top ones out, make sure we could cut like a good ½ inch off of those, and then lengthen, turn these out like a ¼ inch or something. All right? All right. Yep. And then we gotta take the rotors off. I bled the brakes in the back. It had air on this, a little bit on that side, a lot on this side. All right.
Don't really matter.
Let me see how much I want to get off.
So we just kind of measured it. We have enough threads on the.
It looks like we do. So I mean, worst comes to worst, I got a tap that'll go down further.
Should be enough. So we only need a little bit on the top and on the bottom, so. And he's gone.
So I'm gonna take that much off it, which is 650 down. All right.
Watch your ears. Watch your ears. Anybody watching? Or you can just turn the sound down.
All right.
Yep. Okay.
Hopefully that's going to be enough.
Alright, put that in.
So I tapped it a little deeper because it wasn't enough.
That's a big
Yeah.
one.
It's a big old tap. All right. All right. Blow this all out with some stuff. We put some penetrating oil and blow it all out.
Okay, those are all good enough. Now I gotta clean out the.
Gotta clean these holes out because these bolts.
When
Trying
they-
to get the bolts out.
Us because of the powder coating. So I'll do that. Make sure those are clean. That way they'll slip back in nice and easy.
This fits perfect now. We got plenty.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. All right, now I got to get the other one off. Do something with that. Those holes got to be free of powder coating because the holes they barely fit. The bolts barely fit as it is.
And then when you powder coat them,
Can't get the bolt in and out. All right. I'm gonna go start taking this out.
so that bar's back in. I got it on jack stands. And right now it looks about flat.
2 degrees.
Down or
Yeah,
up?
it's no 2 degrees. 2
Perfect.
degrees. 2 degrees. Would have been. So that's with the cutting off what we cut off. That's 650 thousandths off of the top. So I think we're gonna leave it like that. Now we just got to figure out this bar.
We might either have to.
If we lengthen that, it's gonna. If we make it longer, it's not gonna have enough threads in it.
Right.
So we gotta figure that out. Probably gonna have to sleeve that other one or make a whole new one up. All right. All right. So Performance Trends is basically the program that we're using. All right. So we're gonna enter in all this information, and then I'll show you what the next step is. So what they're asking for is the suspension type, which is a standard 4-link, the wheelbase, height of the center of gravity, the weight percentage on the rear, angles, pinion angle, dry shaft angle, transmission yoke angle, front diameter, rear diameter of the tires, weight, approximate speed. Well, we're not even going to worry about that, and that's about it. All right, and then we're going to put all the numbers in for the actual measurements of the bars. I'll show you that in the next clip. All right, so this is what each one of these. So this is the first, that's okay. And then what it does is it plots these holes. Each one of these, bottom, top axle, bottom axle, top frame, bottom frame, other measurements, ride height, all that stuff, right? It all comes out to this. So basically, this is your center of gravity, all right? Let me show you this. This is center of gravity. This line right here, right? That's your neutral line. So above that line, it's squat, anti-squat, and squat. That line would be your 100% anti-squat line. Okay, so now the way we got it set up like that, this is where the holes is plotting the holes for you. Every one of these little crosses all over here is all your different angles, all your different instant centers. Right now, this is your instant center. Okay, so it's anti-squat is 64.5% because it's below the line. Your instant center length is from your wheelbase to this length is 64 inches, and the height is 9.8 inches off the ground. So right here, it'll work real good. I mean, it's gonna have a little bit of a down hit, a little bit of a hit down when it takes off, but that's the way you want to be right there. This will ride real nice for a street car, and it'll be fine. All right. If you were racing it, we probably would change a few things after making a couple passes with the car, and we could see what it does and move this around somewhere. But as of right now, that's where you're at. Okay, so that's your plotting. So if you take a picture of this, anywhere where you put, let me show you what happens. If I change this bar angle right here, let's say I put this right here, instant center comes way out here like that. Okay, so where we have it on that third hole, so let's say you move this back hole up, right, down, it'll change where that goes. But all those spots are where your instant centers are. So that's where you're at right now. Okay? So we cleaned all the powder coating out of all these holes. Make sure the bolt fits through with the shoulder nice. Good now? Yeah. That's good. Beautiful.
And this one.
Alright.
That's it.
Alright, cool. So we ended up with the bottom hole, top hole over here.
And third hole.
It was on the bottom hole here, top hole here, and third hole on that one.
Okay.
So, the way this is going to work is the two bottom bars have to be the same length from the frame to the center of where it picks up, right? So you want these two the same length. That gives you your rear steer, okay? That top one sets the pinion angle, which that's in now. That's where we want it. Pinion angle is at 2 degrees. We're good. This one just needs to lay in there. This is a trailing. They're basically a trailing arm. So that one sets it. If you ever want preload, you would take preload with this, which you can't adjust it unless you take it out, so it's kind of worthless. It's a street car. So this one now...
You're not racing, so you don't need preload, so...
Alright, so that's it. This one, it's got to go... Move the rear just a little bit up. This, it slides in. It's just getting stuck on the... Go ahead, on the rubber inside. Right.
Right.
Go ahead. A little more. A little more. A little more. There. Yep.
Right there?
Yep. Okay. And then that's it. Now we got to tighten all this stuff back up, and then we got to lengthen the pan hard bar. We got to make a new end on the pan hard bar. All right. The shaft back in.
All those bolts are tight.
Yep, these are all tight. That's good. All right, all those are tight. Everything's tight. The only thing left to do when we come back, we'll make the pan harder.
That one.
Right? Gotta tighten the shocks back up.
Brake shot. Over there. No, wait, no, that's not it.
Washer, okay. Then put that back on.
Okay. Tighten the shocks up.